Tiger Woods said, "I got away from my core values." That's one reason he gave for straying from his perfectly molded image. The admission came in one of two interviews he granted Sunday, his first unscripted moments since his secret life of adultery was thrust into a blinding spotlight. So, what did he reveal and what remains a mystery? John Berman has the report.
His SUV smashed, his image in shambles, his personal life in turmoil. But for nearly 4 full months, there has been a wall of silence around Tiger Woods, with so much to ask, so many questions. And then, on the 115th day, he finally answered some.
I was living a life of a lie. I really was. And I was doing a lot of things, as I said, that hurt a lot of people.
Were there moments you thought you should stop, but didn't?
Yeah. I tried to stop and I couldn't stop. And it was horrific.
2 carefully stage-managed interviews with 2 reporters from hand-picked sports networks, the Golf Channel and ESPN. They were restricted to just 5 minutes, but there were no restrictions on the questions.
How would you, in your own words, describe the depth of your infidelity?
Well, just one is enough. And obviously that wasn't the case.
When you look at it now, why did you get married?
Why? Because I loved her. I loved Elin with everything I have, and that's something that makes me feel even worse.
You went from being recognized as the greatest golfer in the world to becoming a punchline.
Mm-hmm.
How did that make you feel?
It was hurtful, but then again, you know what? I did it. I can understand why people would say these things, because you know what? It was disgusting behavior.
So what do we know now that we didn't know yesterday?
He seemed more real than maybe ever. Certainly more real, more human, answering off the cuff, not looking at a script.
In the last 4 months, Tiger, what's been the low point?
I've had a lot of low points. I mean, there were so many different low points. People I had to talk and face, like my wife, like my mom, to say the things that I've done truthfully to them was very painful.
He looks like he's being honest. He looks like he's hurt. He's saying these things that sound very much like what someone in this situation would say.
Of course, what else do we know?
Tiger is the ultimate control freak, and we're seeing it again and again. And we saw it with this. Tiger as the control freak, still wanting to be in charge, kind of in your face. You've got to stand up. You've got to look me in the eye, fire away, 5 minutes, go. And when your 5 minutes are done, we're done.
And there's still a wide array of things we don't know.
For a lot of people, the spark of those bad things is November 27th. Early that day, what happened?
Well, it's all in a police report. Beyond that, everything's between Elin and myself, and that's private.
Why did you lose control of the car?
As I said, that's between Elin and myself.
What is the state of your marriage with Elin right now?
Well, we're working on it, and it's a process that will remain private between her and I.
You said you were in treatment. The simple question is, for what?
Well, that's a private matter as well.
There is a lot that's still private, and in PR terms, that's pleading the fifth. But a lot of the times when he said it was private between Elin and myself, I thought he could have expanded on it without causing himself any trouble.
So does Tiger Woods owe us more? That's up for debate.
He's a public figure of the highest order, and I think that he could answer some of these questions without just falling back on the privacy thing.
Let's not forget, this guy was not running for president, was not running for Congress. He hits a golf ball really well with a metal stick, okay?
And that, in the end, is why he's answering some questions now, so he doesn't have to answer them later, when he's back hitting that ball with that stick. I'm John Berman for Nightline in New York.